had it in and out with my girlfriend, my sister fighting with boyfriends. All my bills paid, a nigga still need more ends. We say fuck a nigga, it look like we need more friends. Blame me for participation, it come from both ends. Garfield niggas only in for their own health. You got it on your own, but watch out for their wrong step. Keep asking for the shit, nigga get the wrong help. The recovery process can make you take the wrong left. All that shit held in, I hope you got some long breath. Admitting to your wrongs like you wrong, that's a strong step. I'm hanging on with all my might from a life of strong built. Pistol in my face, but I can tell you how the chrome felt. And through the storm and through the weather and even through the rain, I don't think they understand the underdog thing. And through the struggle and through the hate and overcoming pain, there's a blessing at the end of your tunnel, man.
From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, who can't remain the same. Too much pain, too much pain. From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, who can't remain the same.
You're doing great time
Too much pain, too much pain.
Welcome. Now we living in the ghetto, riding metros, hanging on the shaky life, walking on jello. I used to want to be the one to say hello. Did it ever make a real friend, nigga? Hell no. I feel like I was better off mellow. Then I went and lost my cousin, thinking where the kill go. I tried fast, but I had to learn to sell slow. You did your job and took the rap, but homie, where your bail go? Now everything is just seeming like a mystery. It piss you off every time thinking about your history. We was cool, now you wanna throw your fist at me. All this because your girlfriend blew a kiss at me. Now he dissing me, I'm wishing he'll really stop motherfucking pissing me. Cause you don't want my recipe. You don't even wanna try to bring out the best of me. Cause I'm the real deal and I don't even need pedigree for real.
From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, can't remain the same. Too much pain, too much pain. From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, can't remain the same. Too much pain, too much pain.
Now it's a hair thin line between love and hate. And it's about the same distance between real and fake. Now the fake love that you thought was so real can leave you living with hate that you thought you could never feel. Leave you having to deal with emotions you ain't never felt. Too hard to bluff, but you can't fold from the hand you dealt. Heart in my back pocket, trusting nothing but God in my gut now. Relationships is barely conversation for a nut now. 8 years down the drain, thought I was giving my everything. While the drained of everything and walked away without a thing. Except the one thing that God gave me to remind me. Part of growth and development, leaving some things behind me. Whatever time I've got left is invested to make it sure before I leave my 3 C's of debt and stress free. Yeah, I done walked in the sun, so I appreciate the rain. Cherish every battle scar, why I survived the pain.
From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, can't remain the same. Too much pain, too much pain. From my heart to my back, I can feel the pain. Nobody really trying to help, can't remain the same. Too much pain, too much pain.
Y'all hear them vocals, y'all. Welcome, and for another beautiful day. It's sunny as hell out there, but then that's what we deserve while we have it. I hate to be a damper of bad news. I hate to be because this topic is about motivation. The motivation of oneself, how you feel yourself is important. They call it having, what they say you arrogant and all that, right? No, it's just having confidence in your ability to do what you do in your lane. A lot of people, man, as I see, man, let me say, how's your week been? Okay, how's your week been? Because this is the end of the week. How's your week been? Have you made any, ground on your achievements that you want to do in life? Have you really started achieving your goals? Are you on a straight path of accomplishing things? Salute, Scott, coming up in here. Appreciate you. Buy back your house. That's the boy Scott, man. You know how he come through. You know, if he's paying homage or just sliding by, throwing up the deuce. Man, I appreciate all the support. But a lot of people don't get it. And I had to come to realization and saying, everybody ain't gonna get it. Everybody can't go. Everybody ain't got that conscience, that third eye, however y'all say it, right? To stay on top of their game. A lot of people like staying the same. You know, what they used to do in high school. You know, I'm talking about partying, going out to the clubs and trying to make every event like it matters. Do y'all know that was the thing when you was young? That was my thing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm paying attention to more things now, right? And it's crazy because when you're young, yeah, you think like a child. Now, some of y'all have got that notion, whereas you got an old man or old woman soul, you know, and that goes into another conversation. You blessed. And if your parents have witnessed this in your children, understand it's deeper. I don't know what your mind frames is, but it's deeper. If you ever look at your child and you say, boy, that boy know how to do that. Look at him walking like he grown. Yeah, well, you know, nobody really says what you do when you pass away. It's only what you was taught. Our ancestors been with us for a long time. And I ain't gonna go into the wine of things, but I'm saying, have you forgotten where you come from just because you feel like you already there where you need to be? Every day you strive to do better. And when you stop trying to strive to do better, you might as well just go to sleep. I know every day, and you know, you got people around you that just stop. They're tired of trying. This is where their success is. This is where they want to, what they want to accomplish in life. I'm not like that. And I'm not boastful by far. You know what I'm saying? I work hard for what I got, and it's just understood. Some people don't want to work. Some people want them handouts. Well, you know, that's how you was raised. Really, I feel kind of weird if somebody just giving me something I ain't worked for. You know what I'm saying? Because I like giving. And that's the craziest part about everything. When you like giving, you really don't want nothing in return but respect. That's all you want. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell the world, hey, man, Slugger, help me out. Or, hey, man, I'm about to say my last name, but you already know. It's a bunch of haters and Quakers out here. Let me say it like that. But at the end of the day, man, I'm about self. Let me see if y'all catch this. I'm about self-improvement, accomplishing things and goals in my life that I would never fathom to be reachable. Now, some of these people, they do it for clap. What is clap? I'm going to break it all the way down, man. What is clap? Trying to be noticed, right? So when you pass away, you're not one of those persons in the obituary that nobody noticed. Sometimes it's good to be in the way and out the way at the same time. You ain't always got to be on the scene, right? Because you get them haters. I ain't gonna say haters, but curious minds want to know how you moving and grooving, and if they can take it from you. I don't know, man. You know, sometimes I get discouraged in doing this because I think a lot of people don't give a goddamn, right? I think a lot of people is not really listening, right? Because they say, man, this dude is on point. Some people say, oh, he far off. But it's concerning to me to find out what people find to be entertaining. And nobody really want to be getting talked to, right? We talking as a dialogue, a discussion, an open conversation. Because if you go to this tool only in the news, they ain't telling you nothing but what they want you to know. A lot of people be on here acting like they got it going on. They might. Who cares? Because have you got the memo? The dollar bill is being trampled on. Oh, okay. Is that why them youngsters was holding that money? I knew. Think about this. Them youngsters holding that money, and I told myself, man, that's going to be irrelevant in a minute because they show off. They clout chasing. Them people don't like that. Now, they might get some of them people to come up in here, man, and, be mesmerized by your dollar bill, right? Mesmerized by all the money and success that it looks like you got. but your soul is all tore up. That's another, we might get to it, but that's all the clout chasing is about, man. Trying to prove something to this worldly world, I'm going to say it like this, that don't give a goddamn about you. Did y'all catch that memo? I don't think people caught that memo, man. Y'all get on too thinking really people care about how you moving and grooving. Some might because they self-esteem is so low. Some might be in competition because you look just like them. That's a sad case because they'll never tell you they inner turmoil that they got and it's way back. Is it that you got to find out who your friends are at the wrong time, that they really ain't your friends? Let's talk about it. See, this is all that clout chasing is. Everybody big and bad, right? And I call this thing right here that you looking at me on PC. These guys, thank you, Yahweh. I'm going to tell you some real talk. And we'll get back to that clout chase. It's so irrelevant, and I just want to tab on it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to dwell on it. I'm going to tap on it, right? You remember, Generation X, you remember this? How quick have we forgotten? You remember what was coming up? We had a childhood in Generation X and the generations before that. Matter of fact, I want to say 80 babies too. We had a childhood. Oh man, our community was thriving. We did. I'm talking about playground, basketball courts and all that, where you didn't have to go to the gym to shoot a ball. You was in the park with it, you know, shirt off, you know what I'm saying? Showing them what it do, you know what I'm saying? We young. Juveniles, didn't give a goddamn. Our heart is big. It was big. You talk that talk on the street, you have to walk that walk. It wasn't none of this PC. So then you had those who didn't have them hands, right? They can't stand up in front of a man. So they was quiet. You remember them days? Oh man, what has the world came to? What has the world came to? Or should I say come? What have we come to? You go outside right now. Where the kids at, y'all? Where they at? It's either they leaning against the car, listening to music, if they doing that, right? They traveling around like, pause. I want y'all to hold up real quick. I'm coming back. Let me give y'all some music real quick. I'll be just a quick second.
Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear it's so hard. Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear it's so hard. Man, I swear it's so hard. Living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in the city, so hard. Show no pity. I'm living in the city, living in the city, so hard. Show no pity. I'm living in the city, I'm living in the city, so hard. Living in the city, so show no pity. Show no pity. I swear it's so hard. Living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in the city, so hard. Show no pity. Living in the city. Living in the city. Show no pity. I'm living in the city. I'm living in the city. Living in the city. So show no pity. Show no pity.
Man, I swear it's so hard.
Living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in the city, living in the city, show no pity. I'm living in the city, I'm living in the city, I'm living in the city, so show no pity, show no pity.
Man, I swear it's so. Man, I swear
Appreciate
it's
y'all
so. Man, I
holding up.
swear
Appreciate
it's
y'all
so
holding up.
hard.
Tell you one thing, two things for sure. These goddamn stairs, man. It just tightens me up, and then you know how you do it, how I do it. But yeah, talking about the conversation. So you don't have kids outside no more. See, a lot of parents, they act like they don't know, but they do. They really know. They want to see their kids safe or their kids on this tubing, those TikTok dances, showing their talent, right? And the parents is cool with that. Why is that? As long as they entertained, right? I bet they don't even know how to, say. There's a lot of things I know these kids are missing out. To have true friends, not internet friends, but if that's what the network is, then let the network be there solid. But a lot of kids, you got to think about it too. They're not really pushing these channels. It's the adults that's pushing these channels with conversation, right? That's all it is conversation. Don't know how they living, don't know how they, real talk. It ain't about the clout that's showing how you living, but your character. Your character means a lot in today's society. Well, to me, to certain people. Some people are just going to be clowns, and that's just what it is. I remember, if you ever heard that, I'm going to shout out to, what is it? Big Pokey. Make sure I'm saying it right. No, I think it is Big Pokey, where he was saying, change of life, how it is, that song right there, change of life. Hold on, let me go, because I got it on the play, but I listen to so many artists depending on the zone, man. I got my ride music, I got music that motivates my mind and motivates things around me, and then I got that ooh wee music. Yeah, Big Pokey, change your life. I did it on a Instagram thing too, man. And what it is to change your life, it's a circle of people that you hang with. Now, if I still, I ain't no shots out to my partners, man. Everybody moving and shaking and doing what they want to do. But when you get into that family life, it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different vibe. I got partners that won't allow people to come to their house, but certain people to come to their house. How it was when we was young, everybody up under that carport or sitting in the kitchen and we slamming dominoes, talking, you know what I'm saying? Doing that talk, you know what I'm saying? But being respectful with it, having a good time. Because one thing I know back in the day, you could not disrespect without repercussions. That's the era I come from. And the repercussions wasn't all about that pistol play, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just a fight. It's just a fight. So this new era got kids that don't go outside because they can't fight no more. Not all of them. And then you got those who want to stand in the level of a guy who's really representing, like, quote unquote, young manhood, young teenagehood. And then you want to kill this man that's going to probably one day save your community because he got more heart than you. It's no heart in pulling this trigger. So if you know that you can't hold it down like a real man, check this out, y'all. Do that. See, a lot of people want to have something to say. You might look at me and say, man, you got something to say? No, I earned that, though. I earned that. I wasn't perpetrating nothing, man. And some grown folks understand when I say that, man. I stand on 10 toes. See, a lot of these youngsters want to say, and when I say youngsters, anybody under 50, and then some of these old fools over me, the elders, they ain't standing up. They ain't standing up. They letting anything and everything go up. You got to put it's organization. It's you got to have we need to do a reorg in life. Let me say it like that. Let's get this back together. Let's try to, because a lot of people are getting these channels right now. They don't even know half of life. They little old world make them say, if they put these words together and it sound good, people can believe in you. See, that's what them people did for you. But if you in them streets and you put them words together and you ain't living on that action, nobody's listening. But since we have this PC unit right here, yeah, PC, everybody is somebody. Oh, man, they did that, though. Society did that. You remember back in the day, either you made the football team or you didn't. I seen the change back then. Walk with me. I seen the change back then, where these people wanted all their kids, you know, them cute kids, and it wasn't so physical. Everybody makes the football team. And then they came with no pass, no play. Y'all remember that Generation X? No pass, no play. Because they knew at that time, a lot of people had common sense before their parents even knew they was sharp like that, right? Like, it's all good to go to school. But the parents should be a teacher too when they get to the house. Because if you're just going by what you was taught and you didn't have no insight, and your kids are coming out, quote unquote, every generation seems to come out a little bit smarter than the last, right? That's a blessing. That is a goddamn blessing. And sometimes parents will be like, and you know, they get fly at the mouth. I got fly at the mouth and I got hit in the mouth. Man, why you talking back? Why you being smart is what our parents used to tell us growing up, right? Generation X, that's what they used to tell us. We learned a quick lesson on only talk when I'm talking to you. Don't say nothing out of turn, stuff like that. Now you got these kids that be walking around mumbling, right? While they walk away. Now you got these kids on the streets just rah, rah, rah. See, I think that's what's going on in society, other than what the topic is going to be about. What the screensaver is about, what they call them thumbnails. Make your thumbnails mean something. Because at my age and how the world is moving, it's already happening, y'all. And I can keep you on float of what's happening. But that's I just want to share that with a lot of parents that feels like, you know, let me say it like this, like your kids haven't been listening. But everybody else kids has been listening too, to this media, to these rappers, to everything that is irrelevant to the fact. What's up, Prince? Appreciate you sliding. Morning, top of the morning. Yeah, we got about 30 down here in Texas. But it's a lot of things that's going on, us fighting against the evil side. I'm going to tell you the evil side is you used to see them back in the day. You can't see them. Everybody perpetrate. A lot of people, I hate to say everybody, but as you look in this world, they fall for the same bull crap. You know how many people, and I ain't going to lie, man, it ain't no shout out to people who pay attention to my channel, man. I tell y'all should have just did that one time, but y'all wouldn't have done it at one time if y'all knew y'all history. You know what I'm talking about, the ooh-wee. Oh, bruh, let's talk about it. I don't know the understanding of anybody no more. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to figure people out because you don't know what that did. You don't know what that did. I'm gonna just leave it like that. If it's a mind thing or whatever, the fact of I'm tripping. But I have noticed even family members change. And I know it's good for a change, but they don't even see how they change. Is family still the same? Is what I'm gonna say, right? And that's another topic. We'll talk about that later. But I just want to talk about these kids and give y'all some key things to think about and pay attention to the news. What do you want to talk about first? Well, let's talk about the dollar bill. China and Russia had already tried to get America. And I wish I could play these clips, but I can't play the clips because something is going on with my editing or, you know, when I'm sharing. But I'm working on that. So it'll get better in a minute. And I want y'all to pay attention when I'm doing it because I really have conversation. But we done lost the dollar bill been falling. This is not nothing that's a shock to those who's really paying attention to life, not events, not to the next rapper that's coming to town, not all that, you know, distraction. Who shot JR? You know what I'm saying? I keep going back to them soap operas because this world that we living in is one big soap opera. And I think they tested that on our parents. You know, the Young and the Restless, as the world turned, who shot JR, all that Dallas, all that, man. And how our parents are so intrigued to find out what's the next episode. And I think they had that in the consideration when they got ready for our generation. Remember Colors? Yeah. They got Hollywood ready for our next generation if our parents fell for it in their generation. You remember them VCRs? Baby, go on, record that show and be at work. Right? So who was, you know, I ain't gonna talk, you know, I was raised good, so I'm gonna keep it like that. But a lot of the tension and the distraction started when we was just a little grasshopper. We was little grasshoppers, and the distraction started with our parents. And then they try to figure out how did the street take their kids. It's the same thing going on now. You see what I'm saying? They made these celebrities with these big old chains. You know, that's part of our culture too, so I ain't gonna hate on it. But they did that because these kids didn't have no sense. Yeah, they can rap, but what they rapping about? Because if you rap about something positive, they ain't gonna play you. No. They don't sell. Killing off your people sell. Goddamn fool. Beefing with your own people sell. Man, hey, man. The whole world like to see this. Yeah. God's people. They like seeing us in controversy. They like seeing us, you know, on the not paying attention how you looking and what you doing on this YouTube. That's what they like seeing. These people all out of their character. Y'all say these are the chosen people? Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. This is the best I can do for you. Put a shirt on and a hat and try to have a clean background. That's me. All that extra stuff. Oh, man, I don't want to just, I mean, what I see on YouTube, it's like, bruh. Are y'all serious? Because this is a national stage right now. You on a national stage. It don't even matter if it's 2 or 3 people in your chat. Eventually, a lot of people, because this is in the meta world, this is going to be seen. How you acting and how you looking. So I say to myself, damn, we got so many black comedians, right? It don't even matter with the females or the males or the kids, you know. A lot of parents is living through their kids, but while the dollar bill is dropping, you still chasing that dollar, huh? Okay. You didn't get the memo. It's going to go to credit cards so they can be able to tamper into your system. What you going to do one day, and I'm going to say this, What would you do one day you had no money? I ain't talking about the kids, right? I ain't talking about the teenagers because y'all going to rely on your parents. That's just what it is. Y'all think y'all big, bad, and grown until ain't no food at home, right? I want to ask y'all this because this is something I've been thinking about. The 3 B's, beans, bullets, band-aids. If I got to break that down, then you shouldn't even be on this channel. But a lot of things come about like this. People take life for granted. People take tomorrow for granted, and they stress about today. My thing with saying that is you only one person. You only can do what you can do, right? But at the end of the day, be true to yourself. Some people ain't gonna like your truth. Man, they got to get their feelings in check. Because like right now, I don't care what nobody think, man. Because at the end of the day, I know it's finna be some hell to tell the captain. And I know, quote unquote, if I say certain words, they would not let this out to the masses. You know who they are. Because I know how they trying to portray that everybody is ignorant and not really paying attention. I know that's a lie. But this is what they want to show you on the tube. They got all the clowns. I'm male or female. That doesn't even matter. So I'm going to tell you this, how it twisted. Life in so many ways twisted. If you think about this, you'll see the angle I'm coming from. Everybody want to pay attention to what's going on in the world, the news. If it's true or not, they're going to have ears to the street, right? When have we cared about fake news? Are we living a life of fakeness? Like, is that what it is? That's our vibe. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you, when I express to you that the news don't even know what's going on. And if you say something out of line, being a news broadcaster, you get canceled. So you ask yourself, if they really talking the truth, how they got millions and millions of followers on YouTube? How's that? Everybody know they fake. You know, a lot of distractions. You know, you heard, right? Donald Trump, he just got indicted, right? But who cares? We already know everything is twisted. What? No. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about China and Russia talking about our dollar bill in the United States is irrelevant to the fact of buying anything. The petrodollar has lost its value. Oh, y'all didn't get the memo, Silicon Valley? Y'all didn't get the memo, the bank's finna hold your money? Y'all didn't, no, I can't teach you that. Because the dollar bills you holding in that camera is just paper. It's called monopoly money. Because you ain't got your finances mentally in order. And a lot of people, even the stockbrokers, even the credit repair people is telling you, invest in this. No. We ain't going to invest in nothing. You know why? The game's up. See, the game is up when you try to, quote unquote, take out firearms. The game was up. Do we look like a weak country? I don't know. I don't give a goddamn about this tool. You feel me? I'm still going to stand 10 toes. Knock on my door, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like these youngsters, they got these channels, but they don't even be talking about nothing. These old folks got this channel, and they ain't really talking about nothing. And then you getting all these people, they got motivation words, but you ain't hitting the point. It sounds good. Man, what's going on? We're going to have church today. We have church on these streets. We have church on the YouTube, but it seemed like the wrong people is getting attention. That's by design. Anybody talking about Hollywood, man, you're going to get front row seat. You know, people want to hear what you say about this dude. Like, Yo Gotti, right? Everybody see. They say his mama restaurant got shot up. And then Yo Gotti, they got in a brawl. His people, his cousin or something like that got killed. Man, look, man, My cousin got killed. Nobody made the news. I don't care. These people are no more important than me. It's what you feed the media, which is YouTube, which is CNN, CBS, all that. They telling you what's important. But I'm going to tell you what else they're not telling you. Things they're not telling you. Your family's important. Hold them tight. Tighten up. Pay attention to how they moving and grooving. Pay attention to the attitude change. Ever since people took that, right? Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention to what they say, all this fake food in the grocery store. Then I get this person say, dang, Slugger, you talking, like you know a little something. Yeah. But I say this. I know a little bit, but I don't know everything. But I know how to keep my family safe as long as they listen. Now, once they stop listening, it's just what it is. Everybody can't go. Everybody ain't gonna catch this knowledge the first time. Because guess what? Right now, ain't no time to repeat, man. Huh? Did you have to repeat when you was in school and you was trying to pass to the next grade? Huh? Or you took notes. Catch this memo. Have you took notes through your life? If you're Aldo, have you took notes to make your life better, or you want to stay stagnated? I can learn from everybody, even a toddler. Look, being humble is being humble. It ain't just saying a word. It ain't saying them words like you already know. I'm gonna tell you things you should know. If you feel like you ain't want to bounce, if you feel like people don't appreciate your kind good, bounce. You ain't gotta stay around. You don't. And if it's making your vibe go down in life, think about this. If it's making your vibe go down in life, God didn't mean that for you. And it's all about, at the end of the day, when you say to yourself, why is the world collapsing? Why is the world collapsing? Have you ever thought about that? Ask yourself that. Because people don't have no characteristics. They don't have no morals. They want to do what they want to do. So them being who they want to be, at the end of the day or the end of the hour, when they set aside of keeping it real, when they real was wrong, they're going to have to answer to that, man. They're going to have to answer to that. And would you feel sorry for them? That's all I'm saying. Would you feel sorry for them, or would you say, man, hey, man, you had a good teacher? Life is a teacher. Life is a teacher for me, man. And I wish a lot of people had that same teacher. Or do they pay attention to the same things? Because at one point, I couldn't hear the world. Matter of fact, I had my own conscious thinking, right? But I had to go through things. And those who don't know how, man, it ain't easy. When you make a bad decision and there's repercussions behind that, man, it ain't easy to stand 10 toes down. But if you're a soldier and you chose it, he gonna guide you through that. But don't be faking the funk. Guess what? If you faking the funk, acting like you more important than what you're put on this earth to be, everybody has an importance. Let me say it like this. Everybody has an importance, but there's levels to this. Everybody is not the same. Everybody spiritual awakening is not the same. So I went from kids playing outside, walk with me, kids playing outside when we was young, growing up. Then I went to people talking, right, outside their goddamn neck and don't hold no weight. Who are you, quote unquote? Because in the streets, you used to have to be like reputation. It had to be, it's just what it is. It wasn't for it was for the standing in the paint. You feel me? Standing in the paint, not running. And a lot of people are saying this, as long as you fight, it's okay. No, because it's called pick your fights, right? It's called thinking before talk. I'm gonna say it like this. Fighting is okay, right? It's okay. So these guys are saying, as long as you get out there and fight, no, you need to watch how you talk to a person that's more advanced than you. It's you need to watch how you. A lot of people got this Napoleon thing, right? When I say that, it ain't just the short people. I'm talking about people who really don't have a heart but want to be in that part. Yeah, that part. Around some people, like the gorillas. It's a jungle out there. So how you gonna circulate yourself around gorillas and you don't even have a laughing hyena effect on the gorillas, in the jungle system? Like, you know what I'm talking about? But a lot of people want to talk a lot around in the mix of gorillas, lions, tigers. And then when people not respecting them, what they got to do? See, that's what I felt like the world just went sideways. Respecting people because they know how to kill their people. That's modern day. That's a slave. That's like, what did they say? Only thing I can think about, that's a Django. Samuel Jackson. That's yeah. We got a lot of them. I get him, boss. He gonna respect me, boss. You see what I'm saying? Get a lot of them. We got a lot of them in our community. And telling and talking, and we got too much. It ain't no organization no more. It ain't no order. Let me say it like that. It's not an order. So everybody feeling like they top cat or top female or whatever the fact, and they don't even be thinking on the same point as somebody in the intellectual skills of understanding of what they saying when they say it. You understand? Now, a lot of people try to critique you on your talk, but how's your walk, though? At the end of the day, if a person get on tube or a person walking in this world and say, hey, man, look at the sky, stop looking down on the ground, and you say, how did you word that? You should have said that different. No. I don't want to be around you. You too perfect. See how that do. See what that do for you in life. You being perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. The world got people thinking that they ain't got no flaws. Everybody got flaws. And if you are on somebody's team, you don't have to tell them they flaws every day. It get annoying. Right? So I be walking around, man, trying to figure out what happened to our community because the kids ain't outside no more. They all in the house on the phone on this. So this is why I came to the YouTube. Because me and my brother-in-law used to have a conversation. We used to barbecue, man. I told, against all odds, man. Almost like that Tupac saying, it's crazy because against all life is hard. We keep moving. But when is it going to get easy is the question. I guess, people finding out their money is irrelevant when it's going to get real going to be real, because they getting ready to drop the hammer. Y'all know that, right? They getting ready to drop the hammer because they had another shooting. This time, it was a transgender lady. I don't know if it was a man or woman, but whatever. I'm say it like this: going to a school and do what? Why? It seemed like you were just there because it's a political turn. Just like down there in that school down there that I reported about the death in Odessa or something like that. Yeah. Appreciate you. Salute coming in 448. Yo. And I told y'all before the election happened last year. I say it's kind of quiet right now. It's quiet right now, but guess what? It ain't election time. Everything gonna be quiet. But if they try to get the passion, why we so sensitive? You don't see the game no more? They do all this mass shooting when it's time for voting. But y'all don't hear me though. You feel what I'm saying? It's all staged, man. Because only thing I'm thinking about, like, did that we put something in these people to sleep in cells or something? Y'all, am I going over y'all head? Sleep in cells, you know what I'm talking about? You never know, man. Because it makes no sense for the mass shooting when it happens. It makes no sense for the shooting that was in Chicago. All these years that's the city of brotherly love, right? How did that happen, man? How do we, I ask a lot of questions and I can have a list, and I just want y'all to think about some things. When people start waking up, that's when bullshit start happening. Sorry about that for all those that's gonna play me over, they work or whatever. But I can't go straight through the goddamn conversation without expressing myself. And I'm gonna call bullshit with bullshit. People are following the wrong idols. And a lot of people say, what is an idol? Man, anything that you put forth more than Yahweh or your family, that's an idol. It could be materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the family value was destroyed. Because everybody thinking that their opinion really matter. It does. It can matter to a frog. It can matter to anything that feels like you might take that life. But in real life, a lot of these people just be talking. And guess what? I don't want to call nobody out like that, but yeah. They just be talking. And they don't care how they look on this tube. They can be laying on their stomach and trying to talk as a man. Who does that? Who does that? Who can try to relay a message, have a conversation, and you ain't sitting right up like a man? I don't understand. But see, this is what we let them get away with, and we just keep watching. Whack 100. He got caught. Who would have known that he's one of the ones that lay on his belly, but have a lot to say? Just messing up the world. Them folks tell them, say, man, if we can get these people to fall in love with you, and you don't show them who you really are. You talking over the phone. What's this Clubhouse stuff? You talking over the phone. Oh, we can get some more PC people to talk on the phone, because the only thing you got to do is sound tough. That's all you got to do. Who's going to respect a man who sound like a whoop? You know what I'm saying? Until that man has to come out his body, they say, and show him how stupid he really is when he killed a brother. Now, I wasn't thinking like this when I was a young hog, for real. I'm not expecting a lot of youngsters to be thinking like I am, and I'm almost 50. But at the end of the day, their parents should be thinking like this. And I shouldn't be the only one really conversating about checking your child, you know what I'm saying, before they get handled. You know, everybody hear them stories. I had that conversation with my mama. She about 17 years old. Really, she been talking to me all my young adulthood, man. She been telling me to tighten up. Yeah, we was in church. I was a Boy Scout, Cub Scout, man, and I took pride in that. But when banging hit Texas, we used to have a whole parade, man, downtown on Congress, man. And I know a lot of people that's still here and those who have deceased, and they took pride in that craft of being a scout, right? A scout is over the Cubs, right? And the Cubs is looking up to the scouts as being leaders. And with that said, it's like when they brought banging into the conversation, or we start seeing things that our parents just wanted to have us in church, and they wasn't keeping up with the time, so they kind of fell behind. And the pastor talk about it on a Sunday, but he got to catch Dallas Cowboy game by 1:00. So that's just what the situation was when I was growing up. You know, you already know. Fashion show, you know what the saying is, man. But what my mama tried to tell me was, babe, you got to stay out the way, because you have a life, and I see the potential in you. And some of these kids, I see the potential in you too. And some of these adults, y'all might slip and fall on your face sometime, but it's not about the fall. It's about how you bounce back. You know, sometimes you can find out the best time in your life is the journey of getting to where you think you should be, you know, the travel. I hate to find success overnight, but then it won't be overnight because I've been here for about, half a century. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. Yeah, it's about that time. And so it ain't so much of me saying, success overnight, because some people been traveling this journey and some people are just tired to try to figure out, when is it going to happen for me? Right? When is it going to happen? But I'm talking about the youngsters. Y'all waking up and them people putting money in your face and glamour in your eyes, and you lose because they gave you no other option, right? They gave you no other option, so you don't even know what to do. You definitely ain't gonna listen to your parent, but because you got more money than your parents, right? In a lot of cases, and some youngsters really trying to find themselves because their parents didn't teach them, or they came from a foster home. Nothing against that, but parents been falling off and not taking care of their business for a long time. Long time. It's not tapped into real life scenarios for a long time. They still chasing their dreams. They still chasing their fame. And you disregarding your child or your children. Like you give up so quick. Now, I'm going to tell you, I get mad at my kids. And I think my kids ain't that bad. No, for real. But nobody got perfect kids. Children, should I say. Nobody. They can act like that, but you remember the saying, man, the pastor daughter is the wildest. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man, let's be real with it. She back to the basics is where our family structure need to go. And some people just lost their goddamn way. Some people can be a straight up hindrance and you keep them around. You ask yourself, when is enough enough? And I think in a society, I think our community tries to save everybody, but can't turn around. A lot of people even dumbed it down like this. As long as I save one person, now you need to save more. You need to wake the understanding of people much more than what we say. As long as I save 1 out of 20. No. We got to stop that saying. Do them other people care about saving one person, or they think about saving a people? But then, like I'm saying, you're going to have to really pay attention to what's been killing our culture from day one. The Sambos. That's the clout chasers. That's the people that got shock value. But you got to understand, it's a whole different art with this shock value thing. Because have you not noticed? Like every time they say it's a messiah, right? They call us the people that have conversation or a message and ain't scared to say what they got to say. They don't need another quote unquote black messiah in our community. So they started what? This propaganda that you don't need a man in the house. You know what I'm saying? Government got you. Huh? Always needy. That's not a good look. But then one thing I tell you too, as we try to save, I ain't gonna even say save the world. I'm just trying to get some insight. As we try to do this, does it take away from our character? Waiting too long to be what? Notice? No. Waiting too long to be noticed is what they don't think that you're built for. You understand what I'm saying? They don't think you're built for that. You know, patience is a virtue. Huh? They thinking that every brother or sister that come on here and start talking, having real conversation, try to wake up the masses, they think we're impatient. No. We just say what we say and go about our day and see if people are paying attention. That's all. But let me get to, I did a lot of thinking, right? I did a lot of things that I conversed to y'all that had y'all thinking about a lot of things, like how to tighten up. But did you know there's a hole in the sun? What you think will happen? Well, they say it's about so many years before the sun becomes cold or blue, right? But did you know that though? Or you just paying attention to this ground level? Because one thing I know for sure, I paid attention. It's a lot of things change, and that's not no crazy thought of mine. There's a lot of things that change, and the world gonna change every goddamn day. But I'm talking about, have you noticed how people get sick easier ever since they have you? I lost some homies. I lost some relatives and all that, and it's sick because prior to them taking that, I told them, don't do it. Tulsa. You remember Tulsa? Yeah. The experiment that they did on us. Come on, man. It ain't never been a thing. But then the craziest thing is, if y'all didn't know or y'all forgot where it was. Have y'all forgot about the politics of life? How can you take what I have and I got something to protect myself? So then you start the criminals and second, you know, you start all that division. Like, I'm licensed versus I already know that salute chick. I already know that you don't like me. So regardless of the fact how you set me up back in the day and gave me a quote unquote criminal charge on some bull crap, now I can't defend my family. And then you got the gun right people, man. Just think about it. And I told these guys they were Second Amendment type carriers, and they was proud to be proud to be a Republican and all that. When that COVID hit, what you do? I'm gonna tell you something about y'all gun carrying people that wants to be registered and all that. It ain't nothing to my boy the Prince. He's a gun channel and all that, but say, man, you just like what they gonna say, you just like a ninja. They got y'all thinking that y'all better than people on these streets because y'all abide by the law. Newsflash. They know if you abide by the law, you ain't gonna take no chances. Everything's a protest, right? Everything's an argument, and everything is, a discussion that we need to have at a big forum, right? But those they say can't own no more weapons, the government don't know how they thinking. So it's okay if the government is pushing for the agenda and society is pushing for the agenda. That means it's going to be feasible to come wipe y'all out. Because if you ain't breaking no laws, of course you ain't gonna break no laws when the military come in and say whoop whoop whoop. Huh? You don't want no trouble. You don't want nothing on your record. You don't want nothing on your record. And then when you take that gun class, guess what? They tell you everything that you shouldn't do to keep it real with yourself. They really, with the thing that if they start retreating, you can't shoot. And doing all that, knowing that, right? Knowing all that makes you a target out there in these streets because it's action, and then we'll talk about it. If you approach somebody and you're aggressive looking, it's not no fear because you already know what you'll do to this person and you hope he don't make that decision or she don't make that decision, right? So if these people are making that decision, taking that gun class make you think about everything that's so irrelevant to stay out of trouble. Anyway, like I told y'all, they got to take everything. How the heck can they come and take America? They already going to take the dollar. They already did the Silicon Valley breakdown, shut down. Really, America ain't even got the full fallback on that. Let me say it like that. And then when I say it got holes in the sun, guess what? They ain't telling you that. They got us maxing and relaxing, right? They got us for this weekend. What we got going, man? They got a crawfish festival. They got soul down here in San Antonio. They got all these events, but we ain't paying attention how to behind that curtain right there, how they moving. All right, we're keeping them distracted. Let's make this move. Let's pass this law. It's all kind of stuff that is going on, and we ain't paying attention to because guess what? Yo Gotti got shot. His mama restaurant got shot. Or Yo Gotti cousin got killed. Or them Dolph boys. Or Jay Prince and Charleston White into it. Boy, say, or he. Come on, man. We pay attention to the wrong things in life. So sometimes I think I'm the only one out here that's really understanding how they divide and conquer. Come on, man. Why they got everybody thinking they could? Yes. Let me debunk this right now. Everybody came from Africa. Mankind, first kind, it doesn't matter. If you pay attention to and I don't want to talk about it, like if you pay attention to the globe over decades, over centuries, right? The earth moved apart. If that you should have learned that in school. So at the end of the day, everybody come from Africa. So you ask me how they did this Atlanta slave trade? It didn't happen. The waters are too crazy. So for me, where the slave boats at? Like we could really go in debt in that, right? So when my mind is moving that way, but I'm trying to stay on topic of these bamboozle suckers on PC talking that rhetoric and can't reach the youth. Oh, they can reach the youth because they tell them what they want, right? But I'm telling you, we got to stay right now focused more on what's important. The food is effed up. The air is effed up. You better have a water softener in your goddamn house. That hard water and all the chemicals they putting in, man, come on, man. Even in Houston, I ain't gonna even lie. It's smog everywhere in Houston. How can you breathe? Then you ask yourself, do they really hate Houston like that? Why they blow them dams up? Hurricane Harvey. Like, come on, y'all. They destroy us, and the only thing they give us is a reason, and then it's like we just stay divided. We as drama happens in society, it does this in society. People just keep staying divided. More and more. It's more and more. And I tell myself, appreciate everybody I haven't said coming in the chat, but when I'm on the road, I'm not looking at the chat, but I'm seeing. I will catch up. And yeah, appreciate you, Chuck. I know, and this is what I want to say. If they ain't putting glue in our meat, they ain't like we haven't ate real meat in a long time, right? And I heard the conversation like, damn, when you say, how do natural pigs look, right? I'm talking about in the wilderness. Where all these white pigs and white chickens and white turkeys come from? That's not natural. So our meat haven't been natural in a long time. And then I ask questions. This is me just spilling. Then I ask questions. How they gonna give us a sale on Popeye's chicken? And the saying that I think that jingle is what brings us because it's so soulful. Ain't nothing but Popeyes. Why y'all do that? Why y'all do that? So we can go eat that old corrupted chicken, huh? Have you noticed Popeye's chicken has changed from the time we was coming up? You see who cooking the chicken? Like they got, man, come on, man. Let's talk about it. It's so much I could talk about and spend all day on here. Yeah, Australians, they probably do because they wasn't taught that. Do you know, let me tap that so you know what I'm talking about when I talk about it. Do you know people in Africa didn't even know they called us Black Americans? Like it was a color to it, right? Because more tribal things that happens in other countries, they don't even feed their mind to the small thing of if a person is light color, dark color, all that, man, there's real life out there. But America got so much time on their hand, they can depict if you're a darker color and give you a race with it, Jesse Jackson. Hey, what was that, 87? You want to say we African Americans? Come on, man. How you going to be from two different continents? Am I American or African? Matter of fact, I ain't going to let you pick that. I know who I am. I'm native to this land. And say, man, I'm going to stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, everybody didn't come on no goddamn slave shit. You try to depict our history so bad. Man, don't make me start preaching on him. You feel me? You try to depict our culture. The government tries to tell you who you are. You know who you are. You remember that grandma? Like in Generation X. I'm talking about Generation X. And then you know, if it was passed along, then you already know. Man, my grandma had silver hair, man. She was a short, old woman when I met her. And don't think she say, you know you're native to this land. To pass that on to your kids to get them to understand that. Take pride in it. And Ice Cube, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Hollywood only can give you so much before they blackball. You remember Boys in the Hood? Yeah. Let's go back. Boys in the Hood say that scene where he say, I ain't no African booty scratcher. Right. Yeah. Because they wanted to depict us all in America that had this melon as being directly from tribes of Africa. Yeah. But we so far away from our ancestors and we've been so apart. Oh, don't bring it back like that, slugger. Boy, you're a mother. Hey, so remember at the beginning of the thing, I say, you know, you get them kids, right? You get them kids that comes out with an old soul. And then I said this before. Imagine that. How this conversation, y'all think I'll be shooting, but I just be trying to see where your intellectual skills is, not to be stuck on one conversation. I'm trying to rattle that brain because it seemed like a lot of people brains are sleeping. A lot of people worried about fashion when fashion isn't relevant to the fact. The status of society is bullshit from the get-go. Excuse me, because Chuck, I'm sorry, I forgot you be listening at work on that slave shit. Especially on the Saturday. But what I come to find out is we're so close to our kids, our little kids. That's why they want to kill them off, abortion. And then they try to make it seem like, hey, and don't take me wrong, it is what it is, man. But they always talking about it's okay for a woman to look. I ain't got nothing to do with no woman and how they gonna, so to take it like this. I'm gonna tell you how it is. It's okay for a woman to kill their kids, right? I'm gonna say kill it, abort their kids. Let me say it like that. They say. And then you got this movement, right? This color rainbow movement. At the same time, you trying to kill the spiritual that's coming out the ground and doing a second trip, third trip, and all that, right? You got to know what I'm saying. Like, who knows? And I talked to my partner the other day. I said, who knows what happens after you pass? Who? Who knows? Only what you was told. It's a heaven and a hell. I think in the world as I've been living, it's hell on earth. That's what we say. Huh? We looking at the sky and be like, damn, they would have found that. As nosy as these people is trying to be God. You know what I'm saying? You remember that? They trying to be God? Shut down the whole society over that. Make sure you take that. We got to keep that sleep cell in you. First, they was doing with the flu. Everybody stopped taking the flu shot. And they found that everybody stayed good. Oh, where's Fauci at? He sure was making news when they was trying to perpetrate this is what we need, right? Man, you ain't my daddy, boy. I never listen. Boy, say, hands down, you already know how I'm rocking. Boy, I swear to God, if people don't understand what I'm saying when I say what I say, and I try to stay, quote unquote, the great man, say, it can't happen for me, y'all. It can't happen for me because I'm going to conversate and I'm going to try to wake y'all up. And then, they're going to, well, I almost say R. Kelly. It's amazing, right? Everybody, quote unquote, now it's twisted how they did it. They already had a movie before they sentenced them. Think about this, man. Everybody, every performer, right? Every performer had an issue. They're so quick to talk about the issue to us and about us, but don't never talk about them because we make it easy. We don't have each other back. It don't matter if you African American, Puerto Rican, Spanish. We ain't got each other's back. So we done chose our tribes, 12 tribes, y'all. How did they divide us? Made us thinking that we was better than the next. But we all same family, man. And it's only, 12 people that's running society anyway? Look at your greenbacks. We started talking about them greenbacks, now they trying to get rid of money. Boy, I swear to God. 12 families run America. Stay on top. So I was talking about if they cause division and make you think you from a continent that we are, right? They made you think that you was a slave back in the day and they try to give you black history because they've been suppressing your history. Man, no. See, that disgusts me because a lot of people be falling for that propaganda. Man, I don't need no I know who I am. I'm a solid soldier. It's those that's out there that's weak-minded, right? Yeah. You know those that be shooting them guns at their own people. You know them Sambos and Samuel Jackson, Django. Yeah. They need validation. See, man, I ain't all stupid looking, but you are, right? They may seem like everybody came from slavery. Have you seen them pictures that's popping up and this internet finna get shut down? I'm telling you now. It's too much information for y'all to be paying attention to the same clowns and jokesters. And if y'all consider me being a jokester, that's your opinion. That's what's up. Appreciate you. At least I got a stain in your brain. But I'm gonna tell you some real facts because I've been here almost 50 years. Some people been longer than me. Some people been right there by me, but we ain't got the same knowledge. We ain't got the same understanding. You understand? I could do a whole show just freestyling because I talk real talk. You understand? And I give you that picture so vivid. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if they want to say, go to the point, if they want to say we all came from over here, over there, and we Black African American because you gave us a title, because you want to really push us that way of reparation. You know what I'm saying? And you already made them other people, the $5 Indians, the ones you made all them cowboy moves and all that, seem like you put the face on that. It's called whitewash. Period, point blank. You got to know who you are so you'll know where you come from. So let's get back to the kids that came newborns and how they was really pushing the agenda for what? Abortions. And it kind of shook up. I don't know. That's a sign from Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? To stop them from killing his kids. Because look at the world. So if you stop all this new birth, where is the blessings coming from? Where the angels come? I think a child is an angel. So you stop people from having babies and you putting all this stuff in our food to stop women from reproducing. You sterilizing the man. Well, y'all some devils. And I ain't talking about with the horns, even though they try to put that picture out there. The world is a bunch of devils. That's why I say, and I stand on this, man. The truth can't be imitated, man. This is my life of walking and seeing. God gave us 2 eyes for what? To see. See the foolery, see these clowns for who they are. And that is it. Whatever these eyes are seeing, because some people say, man, don't believe half you see. But it's not about what you see physically. It's in their body. It's in their body, y'all. They try to act like they real, but you got to see. I will take it that you can see. If you one of the chosen, you will see, but it's only 2/3 of us. It's only 2/3 is going to wake up and be saved type stuff. And I ain't talking about like, you know what I'm saying, but mentally. How many people in the world? What is 2/3 of the world? What is it? With this abortion, I want to touch on that and be finished with that. Situations happens and everything else, but you are women. It's sad to say how it might happen, but you don't know, man. It's hard. I ain't going to talk about that, but you got to be spiritually intact when certain things happen and you're not understanding what's happening. And the first thing I'm gonna tell you, don't put yourself in a situation to get handled. And then some people say, man, what about a relationship and all that? I can't say, I can't. You're either with it or you ain't with it, right? So I know we get our ancestors quote coming back on how many trips is that? Because what they tell us is not factual, right? They got you believing in something that you really can't fathom. Like, who's been there and came back? Now I'm pretty sure some people have, and you can catch it on the tubing and all that, man. But at the end of the day, I believe, this is what I believe. And, it's getting broader and broader. It seems like my eyes are opening. I believe hell is in the mind and heaven is when you find your peace on this heckified earth, right? Do you ever go anywhere? That's the question. Do you ever? And I know a lot of people can come on this chat and we can definitely talk about it because I'm not a professor. I ain't gonna say professor because I think just profess a bunch of bull crap that they didn't came up with while reading somebody else's philosophy, right? People ain't been here long enough. We just get the literature, right? And they say if you want to keep knowledge from our people, put it in the book. No. That made more people go look at a book and thinking that's knowledge when you've been bamboozled. See the trick. See, how did they come up with the chess game? Ask yourself this. Why was that saying so potent back in the day when we was growing up? You want to keep something from the people, put it in the book. All of a sudden, you got all these philosophers talking about what they read from this book, and how they studied. You studied the wrong book. I'm going to tell you my book. Through my life, I have read some books, but it comes out to believe I am a book. Am I God? No. Listen to my word. I am a book because I'm living in the living, and I see, just like everybody else back in the day, and then somebody want to write a story. Who had time to write stories? It's hot. So that means somebody's been here before, because the first time they was here, they didn't jot down everything. They strolled on the bricks and the walls and stuff, right? But then this new generation, our man tried to, intellectually decipher, right? Or had a grandma like I had at the end when she was on her ending, try to tell me a little history, right? Who writes those books that you study? And when I say who writes those books when you study, who is the master teacher to them books? How we gonna look? Anyway, that goes into a whole different subject matter. But I'm saying the kids, I believe, are close to the spirit world. They come out pure, right? So why kill them? Why not give every child a chance? You don't know. Y'all could be, quote unquote, knocking off a savior. Well, I ain't gonna say savior, but a person that can really talk that talk, you know what I'm saying, and walk that walk, and the next, Zulu warrior or something. You know what I'm talking about? So, that's how I'm feeling like that. But then at the end of the day, I say we're divided because the lack of knowledge. We're finding a lot of information all of a sudden on this tool that was put up by somebody or written by somebody, but who's to say it's the truth? I guess it's the feelings that you might have, right? To believe it's a spiritual connection. But the only thing I know through my life, and I pray, it's a higher creator than me. Now, his message might be getting misconstrued for those that say they was chosen, right? And came down here to talk about it, or it was a sign from him or the universe. However, it's not to say it's a him. Man, it gets deep. Don't do it. Don't do it, slugger. I'm reading the comments. I'm behind on them. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that term too. I hate that term. When you say black, man, say that's black. You don't want to say that we was native to this land, but that's black, y'all. Are we on the same page with this? That's black. This watch is black. There's nothing wrong being Negro, but it's different tribes. And they try to make everybody, because they put them in America, up under the same tribe. So while we sitting here talking about where we come from, what we got going, how our kids are falling victim to the streets, we got our son with a hole in it. Y'all do that research on that, man. Do the research, man. Son got a big old hole in it, and they paying attention to it without telling us. But you got to know what to go look up, right? I'm saying I don't even know. Like people thought they went to the moon back in the day. They didn't even go. That was all in the stage before this YouTube and television thing. They did all that, man. False. I ain't gonna even say false prophets. False. These fakers, man. That's why I'm saying if something is so important, like if it's really trying to catch the nerve, and I ain't gonna be on here another 10 minutes, y'all. It's really trying to catch the nerve and understanding. Let me say it like this: attention of those. They see they lost the focus of America, because first they need to think about why were you going to help Ukraine, and we was falling off like high gas prices and food and shortage. And do y'all think about that? They go help a whole different country before they help their own. No, for real though. They give us this for entertainment, right? You know how they go, man. Coming up, old folks get us something to do while they take care of their business. You know what I'm saying? No, real talk. So they consider us kids. Real talk. They don't think that we are mature enough to make decisions on our own. Some might not be. Because I see some of these channels, they straight up, I call them wanksters. Like they spend all goddamn day and they ain't talking about nothing. They haven't put nothing in the environment to say, hey man, I'm gonna make you think about this. I might not know the full story, but I know something on it. Do some research. And the research I want y'all to do before I get off and think about why these kids ain't outside playing like they used to at the parks. What the parks at? People just walking in the park, exercising. I'm talking about real laughter at the parks. You know, my thing was when I got off vacation, the first thing I wanted to hear is birds twerping. Where they at? I guess I'm in the wrong area. I guess I'm in the wrong area to find out and think about if it's peace and harmony in the world that we live in, and I don't hear birds twerping. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably one of them old souls. I think I'm one of them old souls because I'm understanding a lot of things different now. Like your friends really ain't your friends. Even if you, quote unquote, you get in a relationship like a marriage or something, times changes, right? Like, do people really not understand this? This is about a marriage. I've been married 20 years, man. We're going on 20 years in June. Ups and downs, but we like who would have said, like my mom, you know, like my mom said, baby, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be fun, down times and low crosses. It ain't gonna come around often, but it might cause you to fall in the coffin if you don't understand when enough is enough. And that's the craziest thing because nobody got some a life manual. What you can find out is important. Like, when is it time to cut your kids off? Who wants to cut their kids off? When is the time to not pay attention to relatives that really ain't got your best interests in mind? Is that selfish? Now, we got a good heart. I know our culture has a good heart. But I think we waste too much time on caring about people who don't give a F about you. We tried to make it work, right? Like, this is not dealing with my personal life, but we tried to make it work with our friends. We tried to make it work at that job, but the job showed you was just a number. You know what that remind me of when a job say you just a number, employee number? The penitentiary. They don't want your name. They need your number when they do count. See how society has become an outside prison? See how society has become a genocide for people who don't know to keep killing us off because we do have that knowledge of self-awareness? They don't want us to change, so they put all these obstacles in our life. But you ask yourself, what would be a perfect life if you didn't go through obstacles and make you a stronger person? Some people can't handle it. And I always said this, some will, some won't. I'm one of the ones that will. I say. And a lot of people know how I stand, and I'm taking it to everybody coming on this channel, understand how it is in real life. In real life, what we need to focus on, I would say family. You being a man of your family, guess what? It's harder. No, for real, women. No. Hands down. It's harder. And the reason I say these things because some women would take it for granted. But I just want to know what woman is like. Say. I ain't got to prove my manhood, but y'all already know how I'm standing. Understand, a man can't be a woman and a woman can't be a man. It's in the character, not the acting, right? It's in the character of the beings to be physically fit to withstand time without doing this. But if you got to do it, you do it, right? But this should be the last thing when you're looking at me. No, it's a lot of responsibility to being a man. And I take it with pride, man. I wouldn't want to be nothing else. God didn't make, that wasn't my intention. That wasn't me. He didn't make me into that. How they confuse these kids when they're 11 years old. Can you think about when you was 11, the decisions you was making? But these are the decisions that's actually from their twisted parents. That's why I call it Babylon. That's why we in a society the way we are. That's why they even got good Samaritans, right? Quote unquote criminals, right? Fighting against each other. We stay so distracted with the bull. Man, we should have been on the farm with the bulls. With the bull. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We should have been on the farm. So you telling me the world is a big old farm? Huh? We just walking on 2 feet while the other ones are walking on 4 legs. At least we know they animals. Well, are we really animals walking on 2 feet? It's a lot of things you can start thinking about, man. Now I guess the perspective is I know I'm finna trip y'all out, man, for real. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Not on this live, but it's coming. Because I want to ask this question. Oh man, I might as well say it. You know why? Because there's other things be going through my mind. I might forget. It's a lot of things, right? And I'm gonna say it like this. You know, this dude, I'm gonna give him shots out. Good, man. He all up in the spaceships and intellectual beings from another planet, aliens, right? And he shows a lot of flying saucers and stuff, man. I sent them a clip the other day, man. I find it amazing, but the camera tricks are everything. Have you thought about this? While we sitting here thinking that we are considered the human race. But you know it's races and everything. Now, finna go in just a little bit. You ever pay attention to the ants, right? The Amazon jungle. How's all this stuff functioning? And we the one that study these animals, and we the one that try to think we the experts in life, right? How about this? For the trip, look, this is a trip moment. How you know you ain't alien? Because what I'm looking at, these people out here ain't got no goddamn sense, man. It only got to be aliens act like that. That's what they say, right? How you know, like, so why, what's up, Stone? How do you know that you haven't been cloned? Now, we won't know, but you know, right? Like that was a thing back in the day, a couple years ago, the cloning, right? But you remember that movie, The V, and what they do their hands like this. Let me see. They did that. Everybody in school doing that, like. But at the end of the day, I tell myself, say, man, they already been cloning us. They already been cloning us, man, and I don't know, man. I used to back in the day when they was doing it. I used to tell my wife, I say. I'm gonna tell you something. If I start seeing you do this and there was something different, man, we're gonna have problems. You know? I say, so if I say this is when we was younger though, like in our 30s, and I said, if I say this and you don't respond like this, man, hey, it was really on my mind, like they cloning people. Who does that, man? That somebody's trying to perfect perfection. And then they say Gucci Mane was cloned. Then they say Bobby Shmurda could be cloned. You know, they just say anybody that get incarcerated could come out a clone. Now there is a possibility. Now that they did this Safe Act after 2000, it could be a possibility because I don't think they wanted to clone somebody who go hard in the paint. We're talking about those that had, issues, mental issues. Now we might have had mental issues back in the day, but that's the culture that we was in. But kids were still playing outside. We knew not to shoot up a park. We knew not to, you know what I'm saying? We knew a lot of things that these youngsters don't give a goddamn about. No. Getting your barbecue pit ready. Hit that like button and share and subscribe to the channel. No, for real though, man. Yeah, Prince, you on point, man, because this is barbecue time, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We be man say. But then it's the thing though. It's the thing. You will find out. That's survival tactics. So it's always good to be self-reliant on cooking and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, we got all these fast food restaurants and all that stuff, man. Keep your skills up. Now, matter of fact, when I say keep your skills up, don't rely so much on propane, oven, electric. Go out there for real, and make sure that you at par because guess what I said? You the man, right? You are the man of your house, and you should know that. So I know you want people to respect you and look up to you, but you got to act like a man. You, when you talk, you got to walk like you got to talk that talk and walk that walk in my life, right? And I know, man, I got some characters around me, and I'm going to say it like this, man, they going to hold you accountable, man. They will hold you accountable. Some just fade in, and they don't hold nobody accountable. They don't even hold themselves accountable. But you have those that be like, oh, man, whoop. And I'll be like, you right, man. I could have, even with that pit barbecuing, Prince, it's a good day to barbecue. Nice wind out there too, man. The thing about that, man, I be trying to turn my pit, man, because I feel like it don't be hitting like open park barbecuing. That open park, you can adjust your pit very easy. When you dealing with in the front yard, you can adjust your thing depending on if the wind ever coming. Yeah, it's more north and south. So yeah, you can adjust your pit in the front yard too. You see what I'm talking about when I say what I said? You got to be out there to know these things, right? A lot of people act like they can barbecue. They don't even know how to keep a fire. Imagine that. Even not even with a propane. That's the craziest part. Man, I'm gonna wind up. All right, I'm gonna go. Damn, I'm gonna go. I appreciate everybody sliding through. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to talk about anything else, you got 3 minutes. Yeah, no. You got 6 minutes to bring up a conversation because I'm all talked out. I really got things to do. I can't say certain things because you know my family be on here too. But I got some things to do, man. I need laughter and you know peace in my heart too, man. Because as I look at the society, let me tell y'all this. This is what I go by. I know it's hard, man. And fair. It ain't fair. You right? But we got to keep going. And it builds character. If you go through a bad situation and you live through it, bro, it builds character. It builds character. Nothing easy. Nothing is easy in this. And I can't stand people who think people should hand them something. Like they got it easy. No. You got to work on that. You know, if a baby comes out and he's already had $1 million parents, you know what I'm saying? Or good in the money, see, money just pouring out his pores. His parents worked on that. But y'all kids nowadays, if y'all coming out and your parents, you know, came from the same situation and try to still find themselves, you're going to have to work on that. But make sure you don't sell your soul. You understand what I'm saying? So look at what you mean, sell your soul. A lot of people are infatuated with the money when I tell you already today, the dollar bill is demonetized. It's almost irrelevant. It's like monopoly money. They just haven't gave y'all the memo. But Silicon Valley, you know, if you thought you were gonna go Bitcoins and currencies and tech world is the thing, guess what? See, and I know they'll knock me off when I start talking like that, but it's all Gucci. It's all Gucci. But yeah. That's gonna be on another day. I'm glad everybody slid in. I'm glad everybody had you know, conversation. Whereas, man, we got to do better, man. It's too much deceitfulness. It's too much. People not happy with everybody else's success. Why are we still battling each other? Why? Y'all don't know we're at war. We need our soldiers. And I bet you them other cultures now for real. The ones that's buying up 7-Elevens and the ones that owns them hair stores and the ones that owns everything in your community, right? They on point. They stick together. Why we can't? I'm talking about to the native people, those who really know themselves. Why we can't? Why we the last of the Mohicans and we don't act like it? We so much in today's system, their lifestyle, trying to be accepted by them. They don't give a god dang about us, man. They want your money, but talk so bad about you. And I want to bring this sucker up because I just want to bring this topic up too before I get on. Tommy Hilfiger is never okay to wear. I'm telling you. If you didn't hear what they said back in the day, because it's been a minute, they say they would have made it more expensive if they knew our people was wearing it. That's why you hear Pimp C talking about F Tommy Hilfiger. Like, don't forget what people say, Papa John, and put a shack on the face. No. See, we so forgiving. I ain't. I swear to God. Ask my family. Ain't no Tommy Hilfiger in this house. Ain't no Papa John. Boy, when they try to sneak that Papa John in, man, I lose it. I like not lose it, like disgusted. Because like I say, nobody's perfect, but everybody got to grow up under their own, man. Everybody got to grow up under their own. You hope everybody catch this message. And I know, you know, I ain't got a lot of shenanigans, man, but I be trying to have real dialogue. If the chat is talking about something, man, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. You know what I'm saying? And if you have something to say that's really want to be, all that typing and stuff is good and all that, but if you want to come on the platform, guess what? I'm willing. As long as you're respectful, and I know you, I'm saying you got to be on this chat for a minute though. You got, you know, if you don't want to show your face, you don't have to be on the chat for a minute if you don't want to show your face. But at the end of the day, I tell y'all this, man. Y'all stay focused, stay humble as much as you can. Open up that third eye. Don't be a follower, be a leader. But if you got to follow, make sure you follow the right person. Because time is now. And I did that video, Ends of Time. I don't know how many times they allow me to come on here and say it. I don't know how many times that you basically going to have to get this memo. before everything goes wrapped. And just remember, Slugger told you. Other people have told you. So don't act like you didn't know when you knew. See, it was my job to relay this message. I did my part. This your boy, Slugger. If it ain't no other. Holla. Like and subscribe. Share. Hit that like button. Drop a comment after the video. If something that you want me to discuss later on, next. You know what I'm saying? Help the conversation continue. Just let it be about something for real, for real. And all comments, quote unquote, is respected. And I ain't gonna, you know, whatever you say, you know, quote unquote, a grown folks conversation. If you want to hear conversation for grown folks, man, say, man, put in a comment, leave a tag or something like that, and we'll get it going. Until the next time, this is your boy Slugger.
My sister fighting with boyfriends, all my bills paid. A nigga still need more ends. We say fuck a nigga. It look like we need more.